Hello, and welcome to another episode of Scavenger Life. This is episode 515 at scavengerlife.com.
So here we are inside of your house.
My house, our house.
Inside of your house.
Yes.
They can hear us right now. We're in their house. We're in their minds. In their cars.
Your house, listener.
But, we honestly rarely ever meet any of you.
Yeah.
We
talk to you online.
Yeah, it's kind of on purpose. We kind of like our lives, keep it all separate. And it's nice. So we like to communicate with you online.
Yeah.
However,
internet life.
Every so often we do meet other scavengers. And this week we met Lavender Clothesline.
Karen.
Yep. She drove down from where she lives in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And just kind of came to our coffee shop. She had asked before, so we knew she was coming. She was super friendly and understood that we would be really busy, so we didn't really get time to really sit down with her for a long time. But about an hour or so, an hour and a half.
We hung out for about over an hour.
And it's always good to. It's really good to meet other scavengers.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting to meet other people that are really doing it. They're selling full time. They understand about finding stuff for cheap.
Yeah.
And reselling it. And
you can say a single phrase and they're like, oh yeah. They just get it.
And difference for people that sell on kind of weird vintagey stuff. Rather than Amazon sellers, where there's a whole different language to that, where you're buying some SKU from China, and and you have 5 SKUs, but you sell $1 million worth. It's much different than those of us who are selling weird little things.
We're like treasure hunters,
Right. And so it was good to meet with her, and we're kind of in our own little world. I had no idea how many people listen to her and watch her. Because she's like a YouTube channel. We're just this audio thing.
Well, I think I knew about her podcast video blog since the beginning because she's been on our forum for a while.
Right.
So I remember looking at her stuff. And now, from then and now, I'm like, whoa, she gets so many views, so many comments, so many passionate followers. So that's neat. So yeah, if you want to see a video of our coffee shop, she did a really nice video of her trip. So it's quite nice. It's like being there.
And and we haven't even we talk about our coffee shop all the time, but I think we posted 2 pictures. But yeah, her YouTube channel is Lavender Clothesline.
Yep, you can just Google it. Lavender Clothesline YouTube. It comes right up.
She'll show right up there. So
there might be some new people listening from a Lavender Clothesline fans.
That's right. Welcome. Okay, so eBay. So new item specifics. This, it seems like eBay put out this notice where and I don't know if this is new to you, but they do that thing where if you don't change these things, when your items expire, you will not be able to renew them again. And it's business, industrial, collectibles, gift cards, home and garden, media, musical instrument, non-fungible tokens, parts and accessories, sporting goods.
So I've ignored
July 12th.
I've ignored all those messages.
It says you'll see these item specifics in your flow in your as required soon.
Right. Okay.
And they will be required starting July 12th. After this date, you won't be able to publish new, relisted, or revised items in the following categories.
Until you fix it. Yeah. So the good thing is you can go into your active page, which I think is what they're talking about, the flow. And you can, there's little tabs up top, and I think you can click on it for required item specific soon or whatever. There was also for a while, I have to double check this, OptiSeller. It's a third party thing where you could go in and sort of bulk look at it. I just have to make the time to do it. That's it. The good thing is they're not we're going to end your listings. It's more if you... Right. We have good till canceled, so I'm kind of I don't know. I guess if I did a revision on something, it's going to be it's going to flag it. Right. Basically, it's going to say, "Hey, you need X, Y, and Z," which is good. It's helpful. It's just I think some people have been complaining about item specifics because in certain categories like women's shirts or handbags, they've added so many item specifics that sometimes you're like, do I need all these? And you're like, no, you need like 4 of them.
I wonder if eBay...
And there's like 30.
In the eBay boardroom, maybe they're just not... They don't understand that there are sellers like us that have items that we keep listed for a long time. And they're thinking, just the next time, next people sell things within 3 weeks. And so, we're just talking about when people do a new stuff and they don't understand. No, some of us have like large inventories that we have to like keep updating.
I guess the idea also is like anyone who ends everything that's older than 30 days and then does like either a relist or a sell similar, they're going to get hit with all those requirements. Right. So that's part of it. I should go in and look at that because I've just been really ignoring it because I'm like, I don't want to have to change all those. But I do need to look at it.
And so our helper did his last day this week.
Yep, on Tuesday.
So, we knew about this 2 weeks ago. Yep. Where he formally let us know like a good young man.
A good mature teenager.
So, we really haven't put a lot of thought into it because number one, we have a big inventory, so we know we can float for a while without having to like really change a lot of things.
I have 200 listings in scheduled, so I've been pecking away at those.
It's in the back of my mind to just keep an eye out as I'm in town and talking to people we know, just to kind of keep in the back of my mind if there's anyone I meet or somebody as a kid who I think might be good to do this. Because summertime's coming up, so even like a high schooler for the summertime could be good.
It would be helpful.
Yeah. Or we just start doing it again ourselves.
I just wait. What time do I have to do that? If you take photos, I'll list.
Okay.
Just pick a day.
Yep.
Pick a day and we'll make it happen. Yeah. It seems like 700 things crop up every day.
Well, I think about it, it seems like it was another lifetime ago when we were doing full-time eBay together. It was like this was our job.
Every day.
We didn't have rentals.
Right.
We didn't have a coffee shop. Like we were just doing eBay.
Yeah.
And I remember the way we would do it is we'd go out there in the morning and we would like pull out stuff that looked interesting.
Yep.
Stuff we thought was valuable. And then the stuff we didn't would be kept behind. And, spend 4 hours taking photos and writing listings. Yep. And then that's when the death piles start happening because you go out there and you keep skipping over the stuff.
You're like the pile of like...
I don't really like that stuff.
The pile of like military jackets,
right.
You're like...
Or like the bin of ties. You're like, I don't want to get rid of them, but I don't want to... I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'll do it tomorrow. I think that's why having a helper was great.
Just throw it at them.
Because we're just be like, you're doing ties today. And they're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. They come over in their pajamas with the podcast.
Yeah, like I'm looking right now, a local business gave us a bunch of drinking glasses.
Like pint, smaller than pint
glasses. Brand new in boxes.
Italian glass. I was at one of the rentals today doing some plumbing. This is what my time is made up of. And I noticed we needed some little juice glasses over there. And I was like, oh my God, I have like 500 of them just sitting here. So like that's been sitting in our sunroom for like a month. No, not a month, but a few weeks. And you're just like, how do I even tackle? Like I need to pull them out, clean them, photograph them, figure out where they're getting stored, and then get them out of the house. It's just like, and we got them for free. So it's just so awesome.
Right.
But it's just a process and it takes time. I mean, you look at it and you think through the process and you're like, do I have time to do that right now? No.
And so when we were talking to Karen and her friend this week, it was her friend's name?
Rosanna. Yes. She also does eBay.
Yep.
And Airbnb.
It was also cool. I was just thinking like, what if someone is hearing this right now, okay, 2021.
What year is it?
2021. Yeah. and they're starting out brand new, and they're like, I've heard about this thing about selling online. I wonder if I should do it. Do you think like they could just start doing what we all did 10 years ago? Do you think you could just go get a bunch of stuff, and list, and just start selling?
What are you talking about? Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I don't understand the question. Do you think they could do it? Like, could they find inventory?
Do you think that just the same process would work? I mean, you know, that there is an oversaturation, that like, I feel like if you're new now, you'd have to be a little more like better at finding quality stuff. I don't think that you could have.
I honestly think there's still so much stuff out there. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there is more competition. I do agree. But like, we went to
No, stop that. You are misunderstanding me. I don't think there's a problem of finding stuff.
Okay.
I think that the waste stream
is like unlimited.
Seems limited in this country. I mean, there's so many more people selling now. Like, you can't afford just to put up junky stuff.
Right.
Like maybe back in the old days when I say old, people are like, old, 2008 isn't old. I mean,
feels old.
I feel like we were putting up stuff that if we were to put that stuff up today, wouldn't even get touched.
Right. You know? No, that's true. That's true. That's very true.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know the answer because I feel like I have like a skewed perspective. Like, in my own personal perspective, there's definitely like, I got a pair of shoes returned this week and I'm like, was that a case of like, you sold a pair of junky shoes.
Right.
They fell apart, and I don't know. Are those like from the old days where it's like, I wouldn't have gotten those, now, or we've just learned so much since then where you just skip over stuff, and I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think so because I feel like there are new sellers all the time, whether they are like lifetime, like I'm in this for life type deal. I don't know.
I will say, arguing with myself, one thing people starting today have that we didn't like in 2008 is just so much more info.
Yeah.
And so much more technology to help them.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Like the fact that you can go around and barcode stuff.
Oh my God.
Or you can just do a search on your phone for brands.
Right. Which I totally.
Some item. The fact that you can listen to podcasts like this, or the million other YouTube videos
like
online,
the smartphone,
and understand the concepts, and to see people do things. Like one thing that Karen does in her videos that I love is that she will take her phone and walk around like a thrift store, like a Goodwill or a church thrift store,
right?
And she, in real life, you can tell she's just kind of holding it up and just kind of walking around quietly.
Right.
But then she goes back.
She's like undercover.
And does a voiceover.
Right.
And is like explaining to you what she's seeing.
Like what she's seeing.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
It's amazing.
We'd always kind of talked about that back in the old, when we were first starting and maybe more ambitious with this podcast, like thinking about taking a camera into like a flea market. But then it's like, but then people see, like, you're trying to talk to people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like a whole other level of production, but she really does a good job.
It's just smart.
And that, I think, would be helpful for somebody new to see an experienced person explaining what they see, what they're thinking about when they see piles of stuff in the corner.
Right, exactly. Because that is a real education right there. Right. Because you're with her and you're seeing through her eyes. Like, it's like we say when we go to the thrift store or Goodwill or wherever, where you stand there and there's that wall of, like, shelves with glassware or plates or mugs. Yeah. And you're like, it all looks like absolute garbage unless you see a set that looks cool and you're like, oh, that's like a nice set. But if you don't have the experience or the eye, how would you know?
Right.
So that to me is such a cool way to do it, where it's like, it's kind of a covert, like, undercover video there because probably stores don't want you filming and whatever. But that's what's cool about her doing a voiceover afterwards,
right,
where you can really hear her thought process. Yeah. So when you are in those situations, you're like, oh, that's such and such type of glass, and that's such and such. That is a plate from the 1800s, and I know that because of XYZ. And then here's another plate that's like from Target. I can tell the difference because someone showed me.
So that's
helpful. Cool. I love that so much.
Okay, our numbers this week. Everyone, I say everyone, but we've heard other people on our forum talk about it being slow, and it was slow. So we sold 23 items.
Oh my God.
I don't think we sold one thing over $100. So that really brings our numbers down.
And I got 2 returns.
Yeah, so our gross sales was $1,064.76.
Okay, well, we hit $1,000. Well, that's gross. So
net sales, $809.
$800, yeah.
So
it's like early summer.
I don't remember the last time it's been this slow. I feel like it might have been 4 years ago. I remember there was a summer that we were all talking about. But anyway,
that's just reality. Retail.
Yeah,
that's just retail reality. That's my new TV show.
Is that right?
On YouTube.
Got it. But I mean, the cool thing is we're just selling again because so that's why I don't freak out as much about our helper quitting and why I'm not like a fire under my butt to get someone new, because we just have such a large inventory that
I have so many things listed. Yeah.
We could probably get through the whole summertime and be all right without putting up brand new stuff. Because we're selling buttons and magazines and picture vase,
like a fedora
doll.
Doll. That doll I had for so long.
A like circuit board that you pulled out of a TV for $47.
That was like, I parted out this TV that just died at one of our rentals, and it was an expensive Sony. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I better get my money back by these parts.
Sold some audio cassette tapes. I mean, just
that was a great sale.
Some pillowcases, so just all over the place.
Just all over, just random. Great. That's why I love eBay.
Customer issues. So this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Put this in the success and the victory chart here.
Okay.
So we had a credit card dispute opened 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we talked about
March, I think.
We talked about on this podcast about credit card disputes are rare, but they're problematic because it feels like it gets taken out of eBay or PayPal's hands and put into the credit card's decision making. And because the credit card is the buyer is the customer, it seems like the credit card always goes for the buyer. But in this case, we won the credit card.
It's a chargeback. It's a chargeback. So, and the thing we were worried about is it was a chargeback with eBay managed payments. And we were like, I wonder if this will be different where like it's just out of our hands. But it seems to have been solved pretty quickly. Basically, this person said it was an unauthorized transaction.
Right. She got the item. It got delivered. So she had it.
And she had it for like a month.
And then she just says, I didn't buy this, but she wouldn't send it back.
But she didn't mail it back. So I'm assuming she didn't open a return. She didn't mail it back. So I'm assuming eBay was like talking to the credit card company like, she still has this item.
Right.
So
like, send it back or...
mail it back. I'll gladly give you your money back. Yeah. So that was great. It was $75.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean... Oh, and so eBay holds that money.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Yeah. So when they open it up, they've been holding that money for...
So some of us were asking, some of us in the cool club were asking, is the fact that we're on managed payments and eBay has more participation in the finances now rather than PayPal doing this. I wonder if that's helpful for us.
No.
Because they can talk to PayPal is like, well, eBay told us they didn't return it, and the credit card company's like, well, eBay's they're dumb, so
I don't know,
but now eBay's like,
Yeah, this is direct from us.
Right.
Because before,
I'm not dumb anymore.
I think one of the chargebacks we had talked about a little while ago was a customer that I had on Bonanza.
Right.
So it was Bonanza and PayPal. So it was kind of like this mishmash of like transactions.
Right.
So, and they won that case, which was also...
we won this one.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
All right, things we learned in the forum. So Brett from New Hampshire, he's kind of an old-time scavenger from our group here. Mm-hmm. He came back on. He suggested there's this TV show, a reality TV show called Down East Dickering. And
where is it on?
It's about people in Maine.
Oh, it's in Maine.
Yep.
That makes sense.
And actually, there were only 2 seasons of it. I had never heard of this show before. They were both filmed in 2014.
Okay,
now it's canceled. Aww. But I would like to play you a clip.
Okay, we're gonna listen to a clip.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm sure it'll get picked up.
What we do around here is we knock and talk, we wheel and deal, we swap and trade. And we dick up. How much for that? $300. We'll get out of here. $250. What's
get out of here.
On it, cash money.
Oh my! That guy.
I can't go 3 on this. I'll give you $1.50.
$1.50.
You're helping me out. You ain't helping me much. Let's do it.
Oh my God!
It's an honest way to get by. It suits us to a T. I don't like working for nobody. I don't like punching a time clock. I don't like being on nobody's schedule. If I feel like knocking and talking, I go knocking and talking.
Knocking and talking.
Anybody home?
That barn. Oh my God.
If we feel like mining, we go mining. Fire in the hole!
Ooh, are they
I go hunting fishing when I get up, and then I go hunting fishing. If we feel like doing something else, we do something else. This is my office right here.
And he's in his truck. So anyway, I'm glad that Brett sent this. I'd never heard about this.
This is on YouTube.
It was a History Channel show.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm sure you can find it online. 2 things.
Knocking and talking.
When I sometimes repeat you saying Bostonian kind of things, I'm never making fun of you. I just love those accents. I know that's not the accent that you...
That is a Maine. That is very
I'm knocking and
Maine.
talking.
If I feel like knocking and talking. Yeah, I mean...
I love accents. It's so cool. The other thing is like that guy has our same philosophy. Yeah. I would rather have an untraditional, kind of wacky, kind of not guaranteed life like we've chosen.
Then punching a time clock.
But being able to wake up and choose what I want to do for the day.
Yes.
Not afraid of hard work.
Right.
But I want to be able to choose what work that is.
Well, when we were talking to Karen when she came to visit, we were both agreeing how much we love this life, because she was like, I could just pick up, and take a day, a Tuesday, to drive down here and do a road trip and go thrifting and see you guys and make a video because I have my freedom of time.
Right.
And I'm like, that's it. Right. It's time freedom. Yep. Like, that is always the goal.
Right. That's the most important thing.
I want to wake up, like today, I have like a list of things to do. Some of them are necessary to do today. Some of them I don't have to do today. I can choose. But eventually they all have to get done.
Right. So like today... You had breakfast and then you fixed the sink.
Right, I fixed the sink at one of the rentals. Fixed, in quotes. Tried to fix.
It's fixed.
It's really fixed.
So anyway, I'm glad he sent that.
I love that. See, but
Down East Dickering.
Now, I think also if you have like your cable company, you can like log into history.
Yeah, we don't have to give people. Yeah,
I know, but I'm just saying, like, these are the ways you can find shows like this. So that and like a loan. Isn't a loan on History or on Travel Channel?
Oh, a loan. Yeah, about the like being stuck on a island,
which I also love. It's all about survival.
It's knocking and talking.
That is going to be, dude. That's like my catchphrase of the century now.
Nina.
So when he says knocking and talking, he means like going and...
So I guess that the subtext of the story is that I guess in this part of the country, there's some little booklet that gets printed every year. And it's like, I guess it still exists. It's like the Craigslist, but in book form or in like pamphlet form. And they get this thing, and it's just people who are selling stuff, and they drive around rural Maine and go into
like
people's
selling old
barns.
trucks.
Yeah,
like some of the
I'm going to
knocking and
knock on
talking.
a person's door. It says here, you got some, like a moose head. I'll buy it for you, you know?
That is like definitely
$1
made.
$1.25, you know?
I'll give you $1.50.
Yeah. So I guess I've not seen any of these.
I love it.
Tony-
I love that it was dickering. Like dickering is basically bargaining, right? Like,
Yep.
that's so funny. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is normally where we'd go to our calls from the hotline, the Scavenger hotline, but we have no calls this week.
But if you want to call, our phone number is 540-407-8486. You have 3 minutes to leave a message, or you can email us an audio file from your phone. Our email is thescavengerlife@gmail.com.
Right, and we have a forum that you can come to at scavengerlife.com/forum. And
we can do some knocking and talking.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, some quick coffee, because coffee's our life these days.
Coffee is our life.
Yep. I just went down this morning to restock them. Sunday's our busiest day.
Sunday's crazy.
It's great. One of our partners, his parents were there.
That is so adorable.
I know. It's very cute.
It's very cute.
Like, Phil is 32. Yeah.
What a youngin'.
Young man. And his parents are there. And it's funny, I sat down with his parents and talked to him, and it's funny, I feel like the older guy.
You're like, I know. Like,
we'd met his parents once.
We've met.
But I was like, did you think it was weird when like he said he was gonna like team up with like these
like
people
strangers
and like, you know, give us part of his business, and you know, like, but they were like, oh no, you know.
Well, I know that they had conversations with their parents, like, should we trust these people?
Yeah. But they were just like, wow, this place.
Well, because they haven't been to the cafe
amazing,
yet.
right?
Yeah,
because of COVID. Yeah, they came from out of town.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's nice.
Well, that's what's really cool about our cafe is like we've been able to have so many like anytime I have to have a meeting with someone in town, I'm like, just meet me at the coffee shop. It's great.
So it was busy, and so I was cleaning tables just to kind of, while they were working and our other employees, I was just cleaning tables. Yeah. And this old guy, like, waved me over.
Yeah.
And I always know who's a local. He's a local.
Yeah, you can tell.
He turned out to be 88 years old.
Oh, wow.
He looked 70.
Wow.
Which is, 70's not, you know, I mean, you know, whatever.
Ain't no spring chicken.
But he looked really good.
Yeah.
And he sat me down. And it's cool. We had a long conversation. He was telling me about the building we were in.
Right.
He was asking why we did this. You know,
I love it.
Because he had lived through. He was really excited about what we were doing.
Yeah, 88. I mean,
he has lived through in our town the tough times.
Right.
80s, 90s, even in the 2000s, just where our downtown really got ravaged.
Yeah.
Nothing there anymore. And so he was really excited, and he was just telling me about, he was born in 1934.
I mean, that building was built in 28. Right. So he was telling me buildings that had existed and got torn down.
Yeah. And was talking about there was a woman who lived upstairs for 30 years in our building. And,
it's amazing.
It was cool.
Yeah, I love that because they have such a knowledge of like how things were and who owned what and what was there and what it felt like in town. Yeah. It's just I love talking to people about that stuff.
You know, I told them I'd lived here since 2008, which to me seems like I've been here for a long time.
Yeah, and they're like, you newcomer.
He's like,
been here.
2008, like that's nothing. Right? Nothing. But yeah, he was happy, and he was like, I wish you support or success.
Well, he's in there. So.
I was like, don't give me congratulations.
Give me your
money.
Yeah.
Come back. That's all I ask.
We say that to people because people are like, you've done such a great job. Right. And I said, come in every day because that's what we need.
So if you have enjoyed us being in your home, I'm around the corner right now.
Yeah.
You can support us by buying coffee.
That's the best way to support us is to buy coffee.
Broadporchcoffee.com. We have
roasting tomorrow.
Yep, we are roasting and packaging. So if you buy coffee, we will actually be roasting it.
Us, the people you're listening to.
And packaging it.
I'm very excited to see what we're roasting tomorrow because we are very low on everything.
On Instagram, we have a guy that works for us that does our Instagram. And he posted a picture of me. Did you see that yet? Yep. Where it's me and my shipping, my bagging table.
Yep.
It's super organized. It's probably the best part of the whole building.
Not the roaster itself?
Nope, because
Which
my
roast
part
the
is the
coffee?
cleanest and the most organized. Here
Yep,
it is.
I know.
And if you can see a picture of me, and that's where I have my little gloves on.
Yes, you're
and
very
I do
proud.
all the coffee.
It's Broad Porch Luray is
Yep.
the Instagram handle.
Right.
So check it out. It's funny. There's a picture of me roasting in there.
Like we said, here's a scavenger tip. If you buy coffee from us, if you buy more coffee, it's actually cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Because you get a better deal if you buy like 2 pounds for 12 pounds, 12 ounces.
12 pounds. 12
and
ounces.
you get a better deal on shipping. So.
And we have subscriptions.
Yep. Okay.
That's the end of our advertisement.
Podcast is in
3, 2, 1, bye.